Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready?
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We started with small beginnings. And just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. Today, we give you the power to grow your ideas by building meaningful relationships in the communities we serve. Because it's the same place we started. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens, that's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Broadcast of today's basketball game here on PSP Network, being brought to you by Friendly Electric Cooperative, your local electric cooperative providing energy-saving Marathon water heaters and other electric heating products, which include boilers, baseboard heaters, shop heaters, and much more. Contact Friendly Electric for more information. Well, good evening. Welcome to the Lions Den here at Bishop Ryan High School as we bring you District 6 Division B High School Boys Basketball tonight here on PSP Network. I'm Jonas Nelson, joined by Corey McIver, Chad Olson on camera as we bring you this crosstown rivalry between the Lions and the Knights in a packed house here tonight. They've opened up the curtains on the stage, set up some chairs there to allow for some extra seating here this evening in what should be a really good District 6 high school basketball game here this evening. We welcome you into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is your locally owned oil change headquarters. 25 years of the Lundeen family, taking care of people through Valvoline Instant Oil Change. It's pretty convenient. You stay in your car, you drive through, you get your oil changed in about 15 minutes or less, typically. And you can find them here in Minot as well as in Bismarck. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where local actually matters. Well, Corey, we're wedged in here in the top row behind the scorer's table. We're surrounded by fans, and it's always an exciting atmosphere when these two meet, this crosstown rivalry. Two teams that the last few years, these guys share the football field in a co-op right across the street at Minot State, where they play at home at Herb Parker Stadium. But during the basketball season, it's total rivalry between these two schools, and should be a good one here tonight.
Yeah, we're looking forward to a good basketball game. They're both coming in. They have good records. 4-1 for our Redeemers, 4-0 with Bishop Ryan. Like you said, they're no strangers to one another. They share the football field in the fall, and that just adds to the rivalry a little bit, because you have that camaraderie during the football season, but when winter rolls around and basketball season comes around, these guys that were former teammates on the football field are now rivals on the basketball court, and like you said, the gym is starting to fill in. If it hasn't been completely full, it will be shortly here. I know you said you came about 4 o'clock and people were already starting to fill in here a little bit, and like you said, the stage is starting to fill in. And it just makes for an excellent atmosphere for basketball. I mean, these guys are no strangers to one another. They play each other a bunch of times last year, and multiple quarters of basketball, even some little extra basketball there too in some of the games. So they're no strangers to one another. Both coaches are very good, and they have their teams ready to play.
Well, you look at last season, these two teams actually wound up playing 5 times. That is almost unheard of, but something that happened last year. The first time was in the championship of the Our Redeemers Invitational Tournament. The Bishop Ryan Lions won that one 64-58. Their regular season meeting came on January 20th at Our Redeemers. Lions won that one by 7, 58-51. The third time that they met was in the District 6 championship game. That one goes to double overtime before the Knights pull off the win, 62-57. They would meet again about 10 days later in the Region 3 championship game. That was won by the Knights in overtime, 66-63. And the 5th time they met was in the state semifinals, and that one was won by Bishop Ryan, of course, 61-56 in overtime again. So the final 3 meetings were double overtime, overtime, overtime. The Lions win, and of course they would go on to beat West Oak Newburgh for the state championship. You have District 6 teams finishing 1, 2, 3 in state, with Bishop Ryan 1, West Oak Newburgh was 2nd, and then 3rd was Our Redeemers, who took that 3rd place game. But a little different this year. Every year's new teams, and of course for the Bishop Ryan Lions, they lose 2 All-Staters in Ramsey Walls, the 6'7" center, a first-team All-State selection. Jet Lundeen, their point guard, he was a 2nd-team All-State selection. So those 2 guys have graduated and moved on, and for head coach Broderick Bosch, it's taking back those guys, Jack Pesa, Hayden Say, Isaac Strandland, that played a lot, and then helping to build around them this year.
Yeah, the nice thing for Coach Bosch is you have players like Lundeen and Walls that graduate and move on, and they're both over at Minot State playing their respective sports there. But to have that core that came back off that state championship team is crucial for the development of those players that have to now get plugged into those starting roles and those bench guys. So, but to have those 3 guys back that you can plug into the starting lineup, and then you can mix and match with the other 2 spots until you can find a nice cohesive unit. That the cupboard wasn't completely bare for Bishop Ryan.
Right.
And then you look on the other side with our Redeemers, Coach Teeds, we've done a couple of their games already. We know what kind of style of play they like to do, and we're going to see a back and forth basketball game, and I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of shot clock violations going on today. I think it's going to be get the ball up the floor and push the ball, and the first good look you see, you're going to put up.
Yeah, meanwhile, for our Redeemers, of course, they finished third in state, and on their side of the ball, you did graduate a couple seniors, including Jace Weekly, but you bring back the core of pretty much that whole team that was so young last year, and they're still pretty young this year, but you got Wyatt Weekly, who was the second-team All-Stater. He's just a junior this year. He comes back. Jaden Marshall is back. Colin Swenson. A lot of these guys that made that run last year are back this year, and that's one of the reasons in the very first poll of the season they were ranked #1.
Yeah, you could say that. You say the same thing about both squads. They bring back core members of that starting five, that main unit of players that got them to the state tournament, that got them to the semifinal game. You know, got Ryan the state title, and then our Redeemers the third place title there. So you bring back those core members. You're not having to rebuild the whole thing. Now you can just plug and play and get those bench players that, you know, those players that were bench players last year are now fighting for a few starting spots. And the nice thing is both teams are, you know, they're running. Everything is very similar. There's nothing really new, and there's no real big surprises as far as what's going on. So both teams are very comfortable with what they have going on, and so this even makes for a better matchup here tonight.
We'll take a pregame timeout here on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Much more to come. We'll kind of set the stage for this game tonight and look ahead to what might happen when we return. Thanks for tuning in here on a Saturday evening.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Welcome back to the Lions Den here at Bishop Bryan High School and our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Next time you need an oil change, the place to go is Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You'll find them in Minot and Bismarck. Super convenient as you stay in your car, you drive up, they'll let you in, do the oil change, a safety check, and then you are on your way. And all that happens in about 15 minutes or less. If they find out that you need other fluids changed or stuff, a lot of times they can do that rapidly as well, and you're on your way. I use it for my vehicles, so you should try it out if you haven't already. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, it's where local actually matters. Well, as you see on your screen there, the Knights come in with a 4-1 record on the year. Started off playing in their own invitational tournament with a win over Partial, 86-49. Their only loss came in that semifinal, which we brought you here on PSP Network. to Central McLean by 3 points, 57-54. They responded, winning third place over Williston Trinity Christian 90-31. Guess they responded well, we could say. Then played a couple games in the Hoopster Classic, win over Hazen. However, they struggled their last game, which was on Tuesday against North Star over at the Minot State Dome. They were up 15 late in the second period, wound up winning by only a point, 56-55 in that one. Meanwhile, for Bishop Ryan, a win over Powers Lake here on this court to start the season, 58-37. They defeated Larimore 52-43. And then over the holidays at the Hoopster Classic, a win over St. John, 67-49. Most recently, it was a win over Dunseith this past Tuesday at the Auditorium, 59-47. So 4-0 are the Lions as they come into this 4-1 are the Our Redeemers Knights. A look at the latest poll. We mentioned Our Redeemers #1 in that first poll this season. With the loss to Central McLean, they dropped, and they have moved back up this week a spot, so they're right behind Central McLean now, who stands at #1 with all 16 first place votes. The Knights come in at #2. Then it's Hankinson, Ray, and a tie for 5th between New Rockford Cheyenne and Wilton Wing. Teams still getting votes: Midway Minto, North Border, and these very Bishop Ryan Lions that will be playing here tonight. A look at that brought to you by Sport Clips. That poll voted on, of course, by the North Dakota Associated Press Sportscasters Sports Writers Association. The district standings, well, only one district game has taken place so far, and that was Surrey with a win over Drake Animus. Everybody else, now that we've launched into the new year, is going to be launching into district play, and for these two teams, that would include their district play here tonight at the Lions Den. Glad to have you along here on a wonderful Saturday evening. Our packed house here at the Lions Den in this crosstown rivalry game between these two clubs. As Brock Tietz comes in his 6th season leading the Knights, assisted by Tanner Swenson and Zach Hendrickson. Starters for them will be Peyton Lindbow, a 6-foot senior guard, wears #5. Wyatt Weekly, a 6'3 junior guard, #13. Nolan Schmidt is a 6'3 junior forward, wears #14. Colin Swenson, a 5'10 senior guard, wears #35. And Jake Altringer will get the start as well, a 6'1 sophomore forward who wears #4. The other Knights are Jaden Marshall, Gus Engelhart, Owen Vibetto, Sam Kadutzvig, Ethan Brown, Sam Zadaraka, Dalton Swensrud, and Eli Pankratz. Knights averaging a little over 71 points a night, defensively giving up about 48 points per ball game. We'll have our opening prayer here and the national anthem. We'll take a look at the Bishop Ryan starters as we go down to the PA.
Almighty and eternal God, as we come together for this conference, we ask you to pour out the Holy Spirit upon these athletes, keep them safe from injury and harm, and instill within them a deep respect for each other. We also ask you to bestow upon them in abundance the virtue of excellence and let them compete with true joy in their hearts. We ask you, Lord Jesus, to reward them for their perseverance by leading us all to the joy and peace of your kingdom where you live with the Father and the Holy Spirit, God forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Hayden Say with the opening prayer, and now we honor America with the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. And as we honor America, we say thank you to those who are serving and their families, to those who have served and their families. Thank you for your giving so that we can enjoy the freedoms we have today. All right, starting lineups for Bishop Ryan Lions here tonight. We'll go this way. Jack Pesa, 5'11" senior guard, wears number 2. Hayden Say, the 5'8" senior point guard, number 4. Griffin Lear Wangler, 5'10" sophomore forward, wears number 12. Isaac Strandlin, a 6'3" sophomore guard, number 24. Justice Lundeen, 6'3" sophomore forward, number 31. The other Lions are Peyton Say, Aiden Elm, Trayson Christensen, Paxton Schwann, and Cohen Schneider. Lions are averaging about 59 points per game and defensively giving up about 44 points per game. Roderick Bosch at the helm for the Lions, assisted by Ben Bowl and Tyler Barnes. So the Lions and the Knights to face each other, and we'll have the opening tap coming up. Thanks for tuning in to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show here on PSP Network.
Why have so many people made Dakota Square Arco their favorite convenience store? It could be the quality of the Arco fuel, the great selection of snacks, drinks, and convenience items, the amazing touchless car wash, including their monthly car wash club, the clean restrooms, or the free air. Most of all, it's the warm, friendly customer service. See for yourself at Dakota Square Arco, 1520 24th Avenue Southwest in Minot.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice, oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice, oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Welcome back to the Lions Stand here at our, Bishop Ryan High School. Knights with their black uniforms trimmed in blue. The Lions with their white uniforms trimmed in purple and gold. Mike Holtz, Mike Anderson, Lane Fleur, the officials. Mike Holtz, lead official, will step into the center circle. Throw it high in the air. Wyatt Weekly jumping against Jack Pesa. And it'll be controlled by the Knights as we get things started here this evening. Glad to have you along here on PSP Network. Man-to-man defense for the Lions to begin. Linbo cut off. Give off to Weekly. Paces on him to start. Linbo, 13 on the shot clock. From the elbow, the shot in and out, and the rebound tipped into the hands of Hayden Say of Bishop Ryan. First offensive possession for the Lions. Strandlin to Lundeen, now to Pesa, as the Knights also in a man-to-man defense to get things started here this evening. Strandlin, Pesa, long three, good for Hayden Say. 3-0, Bishop Ryan on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Weekly goes to Schmidt. Lundeen on him as he drives corner. Now tries to back him down to the block. Double team. Up top they go to Swenson. Altringer on the drive. His floater off the front iron, and Griffin Lear Wangler with the rebound. Strandlin. Hard drive to the bucket. Blocked underneath though. Gets it back again on the left side, and that one he'll put off the glass and in. First 5 points of the game go to the Lions. Wyatt Weekly, second team All-Stater, leaves it to Jake Altringer. Now to Linbo, 14-footer straight away, good. And the first points of the night for the Knights off the left hand of Peyton Linbo. Key players to watch, Hayden Say, Jack Pesa, and Isaac Strandlin, those three for the Lions. Say has the ball right now, averaging about 16 a game, just over 16 a game as Pesa. And Strandlin at about 14 points per night. Pesa with it now. Down low to Lundeen, working against Linbo, tries a reverse layup, and it's short, and Peyton comes away with the rebound. To Wyatt Weekly. Altringer, back Weekly, long three, bingo! Wyatt Weekly ties us up at 5 apiece on the BNC Bank scoreboard. He and Nolan Schmidt, the key players for the Knights. 15.5 a night for Wyatt Weekly. 19 a night for Nolan Schmidt. Turnover for the Lions. Knights almost turned it over. Schmidt in the lane working against Justice Lundeen. Double teamed. Flips it to Swenson in the corner. Collin will hand off to Weekly. 15 on the shot clock. Weekly gets his way into the lane and puts up the 15-footer. First lead of the night for our Redeemers. 7-5. Lear Wangler in the lane, and as he pulled up, he traveled, turned it over. Thanks to Minot State for their sponsorship. With over 100 areas of study, you will find the degree for the career you desire. Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. One thing we can say about these two teams, despite the rivalry, their head coaches, Broderick Bosch for the Lions and Brock Tietz for our Redeemers, two of the most chill coaches that you will see on the sidelines. They just, yeah, they do holler out some instructions, but for the most part, they just let their teams play.
Yeah, they let the talking happen on the court. They don't get too worked up.
Yeah.
You know, they're just even keel, and that's good for both teams, because then both teams kind of feed off the emotion of the coach. If they look over and see that their head coach is calm, that they're going to play a little bit more calm themselves.
Strandling with it for the Lions. Cut off at the top. 7-6. Say on the drive. Missed it. Rebound taken by Wyatt Weekly. Here come the Knights on the run. Ahead to Altringer. His three. Bingo for Jake Altringer. And just like that, the Knights have doubled up. Lions here at 10-5 on our BNC Bank scoreboard. Halfway through period number 1. Pesa to Say. Hayden driving into the elbow and a bump, and that will be Peyton Lindbow, and Peyton will pick up the first foul of the ball game. Off the bench, Jaden Marshall comes for the Knights as Lindbow will come in to get a rest. Jaden Marshall, a 6-foot sophomore forward, wears number 23. Lions working around to Say on the near side. Hayden into the lane. Pull-up jumper rolls out. Rebound tipped around and out of bounds. Last touch by Justice Lundeen of Bishop Ryan. Thanks also to the UPS Store for their sponsorship. They are your packing and shipping headquarters, located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza on South Broadway in Minot. And another thing I found out about the UPS Store, they also have a notary public if you need that. I used that service here a couple months ago. The pass down low is tipped and stolen away by the Lions. Knights turnover, and here comes Bishop Ryan. Pesa working against Altringer in the lane, had it slapped away. Wyatt Weekly at the top. Gets it to Altringer, cutting in the baseline. Missed the bunny, though. Schmidt gets the rebound. His shot up, blocked by Pesa. Strandling back the other way for the Lions. Lions will set it up here with 2:49 to go in the first period, trailing by 5 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Griffin's pass down to Justice, a kicked ball, they'll say. First Lions substitute into the game will be number 1, Peyton Say, the 5'7" junior. Comes in for Lundeen. Swenson will come out for the Knights, as in is number 1 for them, Gus Engelhart, a 5'10" senior. Peyton Say with it up top. Strandlin working on Schmidt, now feeds it back to Pesa. Shot clock down to 10. Pesa in the lane on the drive. Whistle and a foul. Jake Altringer will be guilty. Was he in the act of shooting? They'll say no, he was not. First on Altringer, second team foul on the Knights. Hayden Say will inbound to Strandlin. Isaac, a couple dribbles, back to Hayden. Pesa to Say, working on Weekly. Cut off there, brings it back out. One of the things the Knights pride themselves on, defense. Jack Pesa right through the defense, though. Drives to the bucket, gets his first points. Lead cut to 3, 10-7 with 2 minutes to go here in the first. Wyatt Weekly spinning into the lane, lost it to Engelhardt. Now Schmidt working against Strandlin on that right block, and a whistle and a foul as the double team or triple team came. Strandlin will pick up the first Lions foul of the night. Griffin Lear-Wangler out, Justice Lundin back in, and for the Knights, Altringer out, Lindbow back in. So far, just what we expected in this game.
Yeah, it's been up tempo. It's been a physical game, and both teams are being real aggressive on the offensive end, and both teams are playing really good defense.
Second three for Wyatt Weekly. 6-point advantage for our Redeemers on the BNC Bank scoreboard at 13-7. Minute and a half to go here in the first period as Pesa works against Marshall. Now to Strandlin against Schmidt. Hayden Say, again that long three, just missed. Weak side rebound taken by Nolan Schmidt of the Knights to Engelhardt. He'll pass ahead to Weekly. Wyatt, top of the key right. This three rattles in and out. And Peyton Say with the rebound for Bishop Ryan. He'll leave it off to his older brother Hayden. They'll run that little weave around the top of the key. Lundin with it to Hayden Say. He'll drive in the lane and blocked by Weekly. Tried to scoop it up, but Wyatt got a hand on it. Here come the Knights. Peyton Lindbow, yes indeed, from the corner. Look out if the Knights start hitting threes, and already 4 in this first quarter for them.
Yeah, they do a great job of driving, and then those shooters just get set up, and just a nice little drive and kick out, and the shooters are ready to go. Give them a good pass, they're going to put that thing up.
Shot clock down to 18. Game clock 21, so about a 3-second difference here between the two at the end of the first period. Hayden Say will now send it into motion, giving it off to Pace. Oh, mishandled. Turnover. Marshall ahead. Weekly. 3-ball. No, off the heel. Out of bounds with just under 3 seconds to go. It'll be Knights ball. Sam Zadaraka, 6-foot sophomore, number 21, will come in for Gus Engelhardt in the Knights lineup, as Wyatt Weekly will inbound with 2.7 to go. To Schmidt, driving against Lundin. Rejected by Jack Pesa to end the quarter emphatically. Ryan Family Dealership instant replay. That final inbound. Pesa said, nuh-uh. 9-point lead, though, for the Knights after 1.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
We started with small beginnings. And just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. Today, we give you the power to grow your ideas by building meaningful relationships in the communities we serve. Because it's the same place we started. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
Tonight's game being brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. The best pizza on the planet is Planet Pizza. For over 25 years, they've served the area. They have that great laser tag, a huge, delicious lunch buffet you should try out. Of course, they offer delivery, 701-852-1700. You can call and get delivery right now from Planet Pizza. Peyton Say will launch a 3, short. Rebound to Lindbow. 8 points for Weekly. 5 for Lindbow, 3 for Altringer for the Knights in the first period. Schmidt lost the handle and turned it over as he dribbled on the far side. 3 for Hayden Say, 2 apiece for Isaac Strandlin and Jack Pesa for the Lions in that first quarter. Lions scored the first 5. We're tied at 5. And then our Redeemers took over and led by as many as 9, which is our score right now. Here's begin the second. Hayden Say on the drive, cut off by Weekly. To Payton. Around to Pesa, inside Justice Lundin, a hard pass off his hand. Here comes the Knights on the turnover. Lindbo tried to feed Schmidt. That one was too hard. And another turnover, this time for the Knights. Strandlin 3, bingo from the left wing. 5 for Isaac, the lead cut to 6. 16-10 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Lindbo tries to answer back. That one's off the heel. Battling for the rebound. Strandlin rips it away from Altringer. His pass tipped by Lindbo, but Peyton Say with it. To Hayden, the drive. Missed the layup. And Wyatt Weekly pushes it off. Justice Lundin standing out of bounds. Whew. I get to take a breath.
Yeah, there's a lot of fast pace. There's not a whole lot of chance to get a word in edgewise there, but that's just the style of play both teams like to do. They like to get up and down the floor, and there's going to be a lot of fast pace. There might be a little turnovers here and there too, but expect a fast-paced game all the way through.
Colin Swenson misses that one off the iron. Strandlin lets it go out of bounds. On the dead ball, Griffin Lear Wangler back in for the Lions as Jack Pesa will get a rest. We'll thank BSN for their sponsorship, exclusive personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs. They do custom equipment, uniforms, coaches apparel, fanwear, branding, and more. Contact your local BSN sales pro today. Strandlin in the corner, drives baseline. Back out to Say, he'll drive in. Schmidt cuts him off in the lane. He's trapped. Throws it back out to half court to younger brother Peyton. Back to Hayden. 8 on the shot clock. Wraparound pass to Griffin Lear Wangler. Bingo on the 3. First bucket for Griffin. And a pair of threes here in this period have pulled the Lions within 3 at 16-13 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Wyatt Weekly over Strandlin. Oh my goodness. Third 3 for Wyatt Weekly. He's got 11. Lead back to 6 for the Knights. No need of a shot clock in this game. Another one for Strandlin. No. Weekly collects the weak side rebound. Wyatt pushes ahead to Schmidt. To Lindbo. 3 ball. No, off the heel. Rebound tipped around. Lindbo will run it down. To Weekly. Schmidt on the block, working against Lundin. Gets by him, puts it up, missed the shot, and on the rebound, a whistle and a foul. Schmidt hits the court. And Justice Lundin guilty on that one, his first, and the first of the quarter on Bishop Wright. Strandlin out, Pesa back in for the Lions. Altringer will check out for the Knights as Jaden Marshall is back in. Weekly inbounds to Schmidt. Nolan driving baseline and a collision and a whistle and a foul, and Hayden Say came on the help defense on the baseline and drew that foul.
Yeah, great job there. You know that baseline opened up and Schmidt kind of drove baseline, so great job there by him to just kind of step in and take that charge, and knowing, you know, you got a guy coming full head of steam and being able to stand there and take that one. That's good. That's good rally point for the Lions.
So the Knights turnover and a timeout taken by the Lions.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Big thanks goes out to Northern Plains Heating and Air for their sponsorship. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Call Dylan. He'll check your furnace, make sure that it's good for winter. 222-2155 for Northern Plains Heating and Air. 6 the lead for the Knights. Bishop Ryan trying to cut into that lead here as they have possession of the ball. Hayden Say to the wing, passes back to Pesa at the top. The two playing catch left side of the court, down to 15 on the shot clock. Good defense by the Knights there, preventing an attempt. Pesa from the volleyball line, no. But Lundin with an offensive board. If I can't get a shot from the three-point line, I'll just take it from the volleyball line. Almost went in. That one's short as well, but another offensive rebound, this time to Peyton Say. Now around to Hayden, they work it. Say against Schmidt. Down to the block, cut off there. Pass back to Griffin Lear-Wangler into backcourt, and that will go all the way out of bounds. Turnover, Bishop Ryan. Isaac Strandland pops back off the bench for head coach Broderick Bosch. Justice Lundin will get a rest as the Knights inbound to the baseline. Nolan Schmidt will trigger it in, gets it to Jaden Marshall. Out of Weekly. Linbo. Good tight defense by the Lions as well. Schmidt cut off by Strandland there at the free throw. Gets it inside to Weekly. Tried to muscle it up, missed it. Second chance, foul. Jack Pesa got him on the hand the second time. That'll be Jack's first foul and the second of the quarter on the Lions. So to the Serve-Pro free throw line, we'll go Wyatt Weekly for our first free throws of the game. Serve-Pro course available with 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, and advanced technology. Whenever you need fire and water restoration, cleanup, and construction, contact Serve-Pro. Weekly at the line, sinks both free throws. And the lead improves to 8 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the half. Peyton Say wants a screen from Griffin Lear-Wangler. Got to the bucket, but kicked back out to Hayden. Boom on the three. Crowd was oohing and awing because he probably had a layup there as he got by the defender, but Hayden paid it off with a three instead. 5 the advantage for our Redeemers. Schmidt to Linbo, working against Hayden Say. Cut off, loose ball, steal by Say. Pesa pushing ahead to Peyton Say. Working against Swenson. He'll flip it back cross to Hayden. His three just off the iron. Marshall had it momentarily, but stolen away by Lear-Wangler. Strandland off on the three. Schmidt secures the Knights rebound. He'll bring it up himself. Into the lane working. The double team by Peyton Say, poking it away. Another steal for the Lions. Back out to Hayden. Just over 2 to go in the half. Hayden Say ducks under Linbo and draws the foul. He'll head to the Serve-Pro free throw line as Peyton Linbo picks up his second foul of the night. Second in the quarter on our Redeemers. So Hayden Say, 6 points and a couple made threes, 1 in each quarter. And adds it a free throw from the Serve-Pro free throw line. Jake Altringer back in for our Redeemers. Linbo will get a rest on the bench. We'll say a big thank you to Verendry Electric Cooperative for their sponsorship, your local electric cooperative, providing energy-saving marathon water heaters and other electric heating products. Contact Verendry Electric for more information. Pair of free throws for Hayden. 3-point game. Knights trying to add on here as they work it into Jaden Marshall, going up against Peyton Say. Missed the shot, but a whistle and a foul. A little size advantage there. The bigger, taller Marshall drew that foul. Say guilty, and Peyton will pick up his first. Third of the quarter against Bishop Ryan.
Yeah, the nice thing when you have that size advantage, you can get down there and with those smaller defenders. As long as you as long as you stay within your body there and just go up strong and force those smaller guys to come up and defend you a little bit, you know you have that advantage. So just go up strong to the basket, and the guys are going, those smaller defenders typically will probably follow you, and you'll be able to get to the free throw line. And the nice thing here is both teams are doing a good job of converting the free throws when they get to the free throw line.
Marshall makes a pair. Englehart's back in for Swenson on the Knights lineup. And here's Pace on the drive for Bishop Ryan. No good. Jake Altringer had inside position, got the rebound, and then they're going to say Pace fouled him, which is the second for Jack. Fourth of the quarter on the Lions. So the next one will be the penalty and 2 free throws for our Redeemers. Minute 40 to go in the half. 5, the current lead for our Redeemers. Nolan Schmidt working against Strandland. Cut off to Engelhart. Inside, Marshall got it to go. I think Hayden Say maybe got a piece of that, but it just got over the rim for Jaden Marshall.
Yeah, it was a great job by Pace to kind of keep his hand on there, but just a strong kid like Marshall was able to kind of muscle through that block and get it up over the rim for a made basket.
Pace's 3 is short. Our Redeemers rebounds as Wyatt Weekly brings it up the near side. Cross court to Marshall. Now to Engelhart, and Gus took a step before he passed, so a traveling violation and a turnover on the Knights. Farstead Oil helping to bring you our broadcasts. Call them about how their skilled sales team can help you achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricant, and DEF needs. Farstead Oil. Griffin Lair-Wangler on the elbow. Kicks back to Say. Final seconds of the first half. Say trying to drive in the lane against Engelhart. Missed the shot, and rebound tapped and out of bounds. They'll say last touch by our Redeemers. Peyton Say came from behind and slapped it out of Englehart's hand. Say Gus was the last to touch it. So Hayden Say, no, Isaac Strandland will inbound this one for Bishop Ryan. 39 seconds remaining here in this first half. Lindbo is back in for Engelhart. And an illegal screen set there by Hayden Say. His first, 5th team foul. Difference of 2.5 seconds about between game and shot clock here at the end of the period. Schmidt holding it. Strandland backing off, now coming out. Nolan will hand off to Wyatt Weekly. 12 on the shot clock. Now to Marshall. Jake Altringer pops out on the wing. His 3 high off the rim. Strandland with the rebound. Time for the Lions. Down to 3 from the free throw. Short. Rebound Marshall, and that'll be the way the first half ends. So 16 minutes in the book in this crosstown rivalry, and after 2 periods of play, it's the Knights leading by 7.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Breathe in.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There's some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Welcome back to the Lions Den here at Bishop Bryan High School as our Redeemers leads 25-18 here on our Jerome's Collision Center halftime report. Accidents happen. It is a part of life, and at Jerome's Collision Center, they take service seriously. Their mission to get you back in your car as soon as they can without sacrificing the quality of your repair. The trusted expert since 1975, Jerome's Collision Center. Putting for $10,000 here at the half. And so that one was wide, so I guess they won't give the $10,000 here tonight. Jerome's Collision Center again on North Hill across from the airport. Call them at 701-852-5126. All right, so the Knights lead by 7 here at the break. Individual scoring, Wyatt Weekly leading the way, scoring 13 points, including 3 made threes. Peyton Lindbow with 5, including a made 3. 4 points for Jaden Marshall and 3 points for Jake Altringer on a made 3. For the Bishop Bryan Lions, they're led in scoring by Hayden Say with 8 points, including a couple made 3s. 5 for Isaac Strandlin, including a made 3. Griffin Lear-Wangler with 3 points and a made 3 ball. And Jack Peso with 2 points for the Lions. Quarter scores, it was 16-7 in favor of the Knights after the first. Here in the second, Lions outscore the Knights 11-9, and so 18-25 is our score here at the halftime break. The Lions scored the first 5 points of the ball game. That was their largest lead. Then the Knights came back, tied it at 5, and then took the lead from there, and they have led by as many as 9 here in the first half. As they led 16-7 at 1 point there late in the first period. Foul-wise, our Redeemers whistle for 4. 2 of those in Peyton Lindbow, 1 apiece on Nolan Schmidt and Jake Altringer. 6 fouls whistled against Bishop Bryan. Jack Pesa has a couple of those, and then 1 each goes against Hayden Say, Isaac Strandlin, Justice Lundeen, and Peyton Say. Knights have made all 4 of their free throws from the ServPro free throw line, and the Lions have made both of their free throws from the ServPro free throw line. 1 tie, 1 lead change, and that has been, boy, that has gone, and Corey McIver has been keeping track of the team stats, and look at those as well.
Yeah, we'll take a look at Bishop Ryan. First half shooting, not particularly the best shooting half they probably have had so far. They were 6 of 24 from the field, 2 of 12 from the 2-point line, 4 of 12 from beyond the arc. So shooting 25%. Rebound-wise, nine total rebounds for the first half, 4 offensive, 5 defensive rebounds, 6 turnovers. But then already, both teams really kind of struggling to find that shooting rhythm. Ari Deemers was 8 of 21 in shooting in the first half, 3 of 10 from the 2-point line, 5 of 11 from 3-point. So they're shooting 38% from the field in the first half. 16 rebounds for Ari Deemers, 4 offensive, 12 defensive rebounds, and then 8 turnovers there. So both teams kind of, we knew it was going to be a tight game, evenly matched. There are not a whole lot of surprises between the two. I like how both teams they're being aggressive. They're getting to the basket. They're just not finding a way to convert here a little bit. I think Ryan is doing a very good job of not allowing our Redeemers to get all the way to the basket. They're getting into the lane, but their defense is in there, and they're trying to poke the thing out. So taking care of the ball security for our Redeemers here in the second half, especially when they drive to the basket. Yep. They're going to know that the defense is going to be there and to come up on it. And the same thing with Bishop Ryan. Both they're getting to the basket. Well, it's just a matter of we need to finish stronger, finish better here in the second half.
Yeah, and the Lions again having more made threes than twos here in this first half is kind of telling. And you look at the points scored here, 25-18 at halftime. Our Redeemers again averaging 71 points tonight. They have 25, so credit the Bishop Ryan defense.
Yep.
And the Lions again averaging 59 points tonight. They have 18, so credit both defenses with doing their jobs here in this first half.
Yep.
Jerome's Collision Center again is the place to go whenever you need collision repair. They take care of you and your car. You'll find them right across from the airport at North Broadway here in Minot. The expert since 1975, Jerome's Collision Center. Give them a call at 701-852-5126. Third quarter is coming up next here on PSP.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
If you're in the Minot area and looking for a rental, start here. I just moved and had no idea where to begin, but then I found Creative Property Management. They've got the most listings in town: apartments, townhomes, even single-family homes. They made it easy, helped me find a place that felt like home, and their 24/7 maintenance means no stress. Whether you're new to the area or just ready for a change, book a tour with CPM today.
Broadcast of tonight's game here on PSP Network, being brought to you in part by the Aggie Foundation. They are one of the sponsors of our Player Performance of the Week. They can vote on our social media each week. Find out about their charitable work at aggiefoundation.com. Here we go. Knights with balls. We start the third. Altringer will get it off to Weekly. Swenson to Lindbo. Working against Hayden Sade. Gets inside the lane, puts the shot up, missed it, got his own rebound, drives again, and Sade pokes it from behind. Hayden will be guilty of the foul, and that will be number 2 on him. First to the quarter on the Lions. I'll say in the act of shooting was Peyton Lindbo, so he'll go to the Serve Pro free throw line. 6-foot senior with 5 points. All coming in the first quarter with a made 2 and then a made 3. Adds to the Knights' lead. Southpaw ready again and makes it a 9-point advantage from the Serve Pro free throw line. Whenever you need fire and water restoration and cleanup and construction, call our friends at Serve Pro. Strandland guarded by Schmidt. drives hard, tries to scoop it under his arm. And they're going to get the foul called on Nolan Schmidt. Second on him. First on the Knights in the quarter sends Isaac Strandlin, the 6'3 sophomore, to the Serve Pro free throw line. Isaac came off the bench a lot last year and got a lot of valuable experience in that championship run they had, averaging about 14 points a night this year. 1 of 2 at the Serve Pro free throw line. And the lead is 8 for our Redeemers. Wyatt Weekly against Pesa, spinning, cut off. Schmidt, right block, powers it up and in, and that's his first bucket of the night. Leading the Knights, averaging 19 a night. Schmidt finally on the board. The lead is double digits at 10. Justice Lundeen with the reverse, in and out. Weekly clears to Lindbo. Hard drive in the lane, cut off by Say. Swenson open for the 3, and he got it. That's what Colin Swenson does. Goes to his spot on the three-point line, waits for that pass, and then drains it. 13 the advantage. At 32-19 on our BNC Bank scoreboard. 7-1 to start the period for our Redeemer. Strandlin with the step through, counted in 1 for Isaac. Foul is whistled against Wyatt Weekly. His first. Second of the quarter. Griffin Lear-Wangler out. Peyton Say back in for the Lions. Strandlin trying and complete that old-fashioned three-point play, but he left it short, and Schmidt will clear the rebound. Just about 2 minutes gone here in the third period. Knights with the ball and the lead. Schmidt, hard drive, and got by Strandlin with the scoop. Largest lead of the night right now at 13. Hayden Say on the drive. Stop and go move, and then got stripped of the ball as Colin Swenson came on the help defense. Wyatt Weekly to Schmidt. Looks at Cutters. Now drives himself against Justice Lundeen. The kick out to Swenson. Almost traveled. Got the pass off to Weekly in time, though, and Wyatt will penetrate against Pesa. He lost it. Peyton Say on the help defense picks it up. He'll rush the other way. Gets it to Strandlin. Will peel back to the wing. Hayden Say wide open to the hole, and then a stop and pop move. And they're going to whistle the foul here against Nolan Schmidt, and that'll be trouble for Nolan because that is his third of the quarter on the Knights. So Hayden Say will go to the Serve Pro free throw line where he's a perfect 2 of 2. Makes good on that one as well. Justice Lundeen out. Griffin Lear-Wangler back in for Bishop Ryan. Schmidt out with those 3 personal fouls for the Knights as Jaden Marshall will take his spot. Say makes both free throws. Just over 5 to play here in the third. Lead 11 for our Redeemers. Swenson hands it back to Wyatt Weekly. Back to Colin. Now to Limbo, working against Peyton Say. Wyatt Weekly against Pesa, spinning, shooting, missing, getting his own rebound and putting it up and in. Wyatt Weekly with 15 and the lead back to 13. Timeout on the court.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Thanks to Bones Barbecue Sauce for sponsorship, a true North Dakota original created and bottled right here in the state and available at your local grocer, Cashwise, Marketplace, and Family Fare. Bones Barbecue Sauce. 11-5 here in the quarter, the tally in favor of the Knights. Bishop Ryan just one made field goal in the period to go with 3 free throws. Look to be working against a zone defense now for the Knights. Say's 3, just long. Rebound tipped around and run down by Peyton Say of the Lions to Hayden. Hayden on the drive, lost it, dribbled it off his foot. Lindbo's 3 over Strandlin, a wedgie. And Owen Vibetto, number 2 for the Knights, with 2 tries at it. Isaac Strandlin. They should award points like a NHL shootout there. You know,
Yeah,
whichever team's player can knock it out, gets the points. Rules committee, we'll have to look at that.
Yeah, make the game a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, right. Say to say, Peyton with it against that 2-3 zone now. Strandlin's 3, too hard. Jaden Marshall clears for our Redeemers. Halfway through the third, 13 the advantage for our Redeemers, equaling their largest lead of the night. Swenson to Marshall, and now around to Weekly. Pace on him to Lindbo. Shot clock down to 12. Wyatt Weekly. Free throw line, rolls around and drops in for the junior. 4 in the quarter, 17 on the night, and the largest lead of the game right now at 15 for our Redeemers. Roderick Bosch has seen enough. He wants a timeout to talk it over, so we'll take a break here on PSP Network.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Val Cyclery hoping to bring you our broadcast. Downtown Minot since 1960. They have bikes, e-bikes, sharpening service, fitness center, selling fitness equipment. Thanks to Val Cyclery downtown, one of our newer sponsors here on PSP Network. See how the Lions attack this zone defense now, as it's kind of befuddled them offensively here the last couple minutes. Peyton Say with the drive, and he got it to go. Beautiful move.
Nice move there, even a bigger basket just for the Lions to just kind of stem the run that our Redeemers is on right now. So anytime that Ryan can be able to get to the basket and get some points, because you know our Redeemers is going to try to milk this clock here a little bit, and they're not going to take a shot until they're absolutely ready to take one.
That was only the second field goal of the quarter for the Lions. Lindbo short on the runner. Peyton Say rebounds ahead to Hayden. Senior pulls up, tosses back to his younger brother. Now to Strandlin, working against Marshall on the hard drive. And a whistle and a foul on the drive will be called against Jaden Marshall on the block. His first, 4th of the quarter against our Redeemers. Setting the Serb Pro free throw line, Isaac Strandlin. 8 points for Isaac on the night. 1 of 3 from the Serb Pro free throw line. Thanks goes out to BNC Bank for our sponsorship. They know life is busy. They'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. BNC.Bank, our scoreboard sponsor. Swenson and Vibeto out for the Knights. Engelhart and Altringer back. One more coming for Strandlin. No. .220 to go here in the third. A lead of a dozen. Inside, Wyatt Weekly fouled from behind, who Pesa thought he got all ball. Jack will pick up the foul, and that'll be his third. So he has 3 for the Lions. Schmidt has 3 for the Knights. Wyatt Weekly in the act of shooting goes to the Servpro free throw line. Pesa out, Justice Lundeen back in for head coach Broderick Bosch. And Weekly hits both at the line. Just about 2 minutes remaining here, third period. Strandlin drives into the lane and left it short. Altringer rebounds. Ahead to Lindbo. Marshall wide open down the right side and one for Jaden Marshall. It's like the seas parted down the right side of the lane for Jaden Marshall.
Yeah, when you're our Redeemers there, you don't see that. You haven't seen that very often today, where the lane's been completely open for you like that. Ryan's just kind of maybe some miscommunication there defensively about who was supposed to slide over and help on that. So a great job there by our Redeemers to get into the basket and completing the three-point play.
Marshall completes that three-point play, pushing the lead up to 17 now at 43-26 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Say into the lane. In for the Knights, now number 3, Sam Knutsvig. Up top, Strandlin's 3 off the heel. Justice Lundeen battling for the rebound. And a whistle, and referee Mike Anderson says a foul committed by Wyatt Weekly of the Knights. His second. 5th on our Redeemers will send the Lions to the Servpro free throw line, as it'll go to the penalty for the rest of the period here. The last 95 seconds, every Knights foul, 2 free throws for Bishop Ryan. Justice Lundeen, 6'3" sophomore, looking for his first points of the game. And in and out on the first one. Thanks also goes to Ryan Family Dealerships for their sponsorship. 5 locations to serve you in Minot and Williston. Shop the inventory online at driveryan.com. Lundeen misfires on both, and the rebound tipped out of bounds by Lear Wangler. Justice out, as in for head coach Broderick Bosch. Number 3, that's Aiden Elm, a 5'8" senior guard. Wyatt Weekly will bring it up across the timeline. Strandlin there to meet him. Now to Engelhart. Nice cut by Altringer in the lane, but can't connect on the short shot. Here comes the Lions. Hayden Say, offensive foul, as with the off arm, he tried to clear a little space in that defense against Gus Engelhart, and that'll be 3 on Hayden Say.
Yeah, that was
4th team foul.
As a ball handler like that, when you have somebody that's playing really aggressive defense and up, the frustrating thing is you just can't get clear, and unfortunately have most of the time as an offensive player with the ball that you're naturally going to be pushing off like that, and he just ended up getting caught on that one.
Knights working around the perimeter. Marshall falling down as he dribbled the ball, and a foul going to be whistled here on Bishop Ryan. Aiden Elm picks up his first. That'll be the 5th on the Lions here in the quarter. So just over 58 seconds to go. Jaden Marshall heads to the Servpro free throw line, the 6' sophomore. 7 points off the bench for head coach Brock Teets. That's an 8th. Schmidt back out. In comes number 21, Sam Zadaraka, 6' sophomore. And also off the bench, For Wyatt Weekly will come number 12. That is Ethan Brown, a 5'10 senior for the Knights. One more for Marshall at the line. And that one bounces off. Strandlin clears the rebound. 18-point advantage for our Redeemers. Strandlin on the drive, cut off by Engelhardt. Shoots over him and scores. Nice move there by Isaac. Shooting over the shorter player, and then the steal and the putback by Peyton Say, and an and one for Peyton. Good hustle play there by the junior. Foul whistled against Jake Altringer, will be his second. So Peyton Say at the Serve Pro free throw line. Trying to complete a three-point play, no. However, they get the offensive rebound, and then the outlet by Lear Wangler, stolen away by Brown. Final seconds of this third period. Knights work it to Zadaraka near side. Now to Brown. Up top to Altringer, down to 15 on the shot clock. About 3.5 seconds difference between game and shot clock here at the end of the third. Down to 8 on the shot clock. Zadaraka. Brown wide open for a three, missed it. Rebound, Marshall, put back, got it. Good hustle play on the weak side, rebound by Jaden Marshall as we check the Ryan Family Dealership instant replay heading to break. Knights up by 16.
We've been in business for over 25 years. We've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. Serve Pro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Thanks for tuning in here on a Saturday night for this District 6 high school boys basketball game here on PSP Network. Jonas Nelson, Corey McIver with you as we head to the fourth period. And a 16-point lead for our Redeemers at 46-30 on our BNC Bank scoreboard. Knights outscoring the Lions in that third period 21-12. Knights with the ball to begin. Jake Altringer from the wing dribbles back out top. Now to Marshall. Wyatt Weekly working against Jack Pesa on the elbow, cut off to Swenson. Down to 10 on the shot clock for the Knights. From the, that was from the Minot State Dome next door for Wyatt Weekly.
Yeah, sometimes when shooters, when they're feeling it, they don't really care where they're standing. They're going to put it up.
Jake Altringer on the fast break layup. Got it. Just like that, the lead balloons to 21 on our BNC Bank scoreboard at 51-30. Peyton Say can't connect on the floater in the lane. Altringer clears ahead to Swenson. To Marshall running the floor, and he got the layup. Jaden Marshall with a dozen for our Redeemers, and Broderick Bosch says timeout. Knights have scored the first 7 of the fourth period, their lead up to 23.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There are some things in life we can't control, but what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, They handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Name it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is...
Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Big thank you to our sponsors, including Minot State University, the UPS Store, and Planet Pizza for helping to bring you our coverage tonight here on PSP Network. We ask that you would make note of all those sponsors you hear about and see advertise here. Give them first opportunity for your business. That's the best way you can thank them for their support of us as we promote these area athletes. Strandlin, nice move. Spinning to his right, scoring is Isaac. He's up to 13. Full court pressure by the Lions. Knights work through it. Wyatt Weekly working against Griffin Lear-Wangler now on the defense. To Altringer. Now to Jaden Marshall. Swenson thought about the three. Inside they go to Schmidt. Nice backdoor cut by Jake Altringer, but a better defense by Hayden Say. And then Altringer gets it back on the weak side and will put it in. 4 in the quarter for him. Hayden Say, 3-ball, yes, from the near side. 13 for Hayden. Lead still at 23. Over 5.5 remaining. Altringer to Marshall, and now back to Weekly. Screen from Swenson, no. To Collin, and now to Nolan Schmidt, working against Pesa. In the lane, underneath Altringer again. Nice cut, spinning and scoring on the baseline.
Now that's twice now that Altringer's been able to cut to the basket on the weak side baseline, and great job by our Redeemers to find him. And two quick buckets here and extending that lead.
Jack Pesa on a fadeaway floater, counted in 1 for Pesa. That'll be the 3rd foul of the night on Jake Altringer. First of the quarter. So the and 1 free throw for Pesa. Just 2 points up until that made basket, but misfires on the free throw. 20 is the lead. So the Knights have it with 5 minutes to go in the game. Jaden Marshall on the attack. He'll score. Back to 22, the advantage. Say working against Altringer. Cut off in the corner to Pesa. Knights have gone back to that man-to-man defense. Hayden Say, nice move in the lane, and he'll get free for the layup. 5 in the quarter, 15 now for the senior point guard for the Lions. 4.5 remaining. Nolan Schmidt working against Isaac Strandlin and gets to the hoop. Got a half step on him, and 6 points now for Schmidt, all coming in the second half. Ball poked away from Strandlin, loose, and then Pesa kicked it.
Yeah, this our Redeemers team, they just kind of keep coming at you at waves, and they're really scoring well on the offensive end right now, and that's just feeding into their defense, and just a suffocating defense. They're not allowing Bishop Ryan to really kind of get themselves settled down and get into a rhythm offensively. So definitely our Redeemers is doing a great job of just kind of imposing their will right now in this first half of the fourth quarter.
Well, we're halfway through that fourth quarter, and remember we mentioned only 25 points for them at halftime.
Yeah.
Now they have 61 in a quarter and a half. Here's Weekly, cut off, free throw line. Swenson, back to Wyatt. Screen from Schmidt if he wants it. He'll go around it. Looked for Nolan on the roll, couldn't get it to him. Now to Altringer, 8 on the shot clock. Another long three, rims in and out. Rebound into the hands of Nolan Schmidt, and he'll power it back up and in. 24 the advantage for our Redeemers. Good is the three. Top of the key by Isaac Strandlin. And timeout taken with 3.5 to play. It's the Knights firmly in control.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready? Ready.
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
If you're in the Minot area and looking for a rental, start here. I just moved and had no idea where to begin, but then I found Creative Property Management. They've got the most listings in town, apartments, townhomes, even single-family homes. They made it easy, helped me find a place that felt like home, and their 24/7 maintenance means no stress. Whether you're new to the area or just ready for a change, book a tour with CPM today.
Broadcast of tonight's game brought to you in part by our friends at BSN. Northern Plains Heating and Air, Ferendry Electric Cooperative, and Farstead Oil for all your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricant, and DEF needs. 38 points for the Knights since halftime, in a quarter and a half basically, and have opened up a 63-42 lead now with 3.5 to go. Wyatt Weekly working on Pesa. Skip pass across to Gus Engelhardt. Now to Schmidt at the top. Nolan tries to go right, and a reach-in foul on Isaac Strandlin will be his second. First of the quarter. So Jake Altringer, right in front of his own bench, will inbound to Jaden Marshall. Schmidt and Strandlin. Schmidt falls down, grabs the ball, and head coach Brock Tietz will call a timeout to save possession.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Big thank you to the Aggie Foundation, Bones Barbecue Sauce, and Val Cyclery, hoping to bring you our broadcast tonight, along with First International Bank and Trust, your full-service, family-owned, independent community bank, built on the bond between employees and customers. Find them at FIBT.com. Knights with it as we are under 3 to play here. Engelhardt on the drive, leaves it to Jaden Marshall, makes a move, missed the shot. Pesa will clear the rebound for Bishop Ryan. Jack will bring it up court. Now has it poked away by Altringer with a steal. Wyatt Weekly will bring it back to Gus Engelhardt. Working into the lane, he lost it. Picked up by Schmidt, said, hey, look what I found. Puts it in for a 6th point of the quarter. 10 on the night, all in the second half for Nolan. Lead back to 23. Elbow, Hayden Say, shot no. Weekly pushing ahead to Gus Engelhardt. 3 ball just off the heel. Strandlin on the run for the Lions. He'll pop from the wing. Now it's turned into YMCA noon ball.
I was just about to say that our Redeemers is doing a pretty good job. They're running their offense. They're running the clock down, and they're patient, and they're not going to take a shot here until, you know, under 10 seconds in the shot clock, and it's going to probably be a layup.
Marshall with it right now, down to 10 on the shot clock. To Wyatt Weekly. He hit one from that same spot a couple minutes ago. This time trying to drive into the lane, and Jack Pesa slapping it from behind. They'll say he got a part of the arm, and Jack will pick up his fourth. Second team foul. Pesa and Lear Wangler out. Number 54 is Cohen Snyder, 6'5", sophomore in for the Lions, and also number 3 back in is Aiden Elm, the senior. Final minute and a half. Our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame, coming your way after conclusion of this one. Nolan Schmidt working against Cohen Snyder. Snyder gets the foul on the reach in. First on him, third team foul. Altringer inbounds to Weekly. Marshall working against Strandland. We'll just hand off to Schmidt. Shot clock at 21. They can take it under a minute on the possession here. Engelhardt on the drive. Cut off. Fade away. Bounces off. Rebound. Marshall. Reverse. Got it. Jaden Marshall. 6 in the quarter now. 16 on the ball game for Jaden. 25 the advantage for our Redeemers. Their largest of the night. The 3 off the rim. Snyder, rebound, the putback for Cohen underneath. Final seconds ticking away in this one, and it'll be a Knights win in this contest tonight. Shot clock is off. The Knights can simply pass it around and let the clock expire here as the final seconds tick away. They will do exactly that. And final score tonight in this crosstown rivalry game will be our Redeemers 67, Bishop Ryan 44. Our post-game report comes your way next.
Presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Hey, welcome back to the Lions Den here at Bishop Ryan High School. Our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame report. Brought to you by Shots Crossroads, located on the bypass. They are your postgame headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com or stop in and order from their delicious menu. And whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or maybe you're looking for help working toward achieving your financial goals, contact Planning Team Financial Advisors at planningteam.com. Up first, we name our Sport Clip MVP of the game, which is brought to you by Sport Clips. Nothing makes you feel like an MVP like the Sport Clips MVP haircut experience. You can check in with a hairstylist as you check in at sportclips.com. That MVP of the game for the Our Redeemers Knights, Jaden Marshall, congratulations on the win, first of all.
Thank you.
Well, this is a big rivalry game between you two crosstown rivals. So, first of all, what was it like playing in this game tonight?
It was electric, just every year this is a big game and we always circle it on our calendar, so we just make sure we're ready to go and prepared for it.
Yeah, we mentioned in our pregame 5 meetings last year you guys had. That's unheard of in a season. First one this year for you. We know that Nolan Schmidt and Wyatt Weekly are going to get theirs, but on a night-to-night basis, it's always who's going to step up along with them, and you did that tonight. What was working for you tonight, especially offensively?
I just think I was really getting the ball down low and was just able to put it up fast before their defense could get there.
Yeah, and offensive rebounding, I can tell, is something that you pride yourself on because you were fighting for those offensive rebounds left and right tonight.
Yeah, just being in the right spot at the right time is just really important. So.
Well, congratulations on a big win tonight and being our Sport Clip MVP of the game. Jaden Marshall, the sophomore, comes off the bench to score 16 points tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right. We'll have more of our Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroad postgame. Coming up, we'll look at the numbers.
Been in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters, unlike those guys. We take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Why have so many people made Dakota Square Arco their favorite convenience store? It could be the quality of the Arco fuel, the great selection of snacks, drinks, and convenience items, the amazing touchless car wash, including their monthly car wash club, the clean restrooms, or the free air. Most of all, it's the warm, friendly customer service. See for yourself at Dakota Square Arco, 1520 24th Avenue Southwest in Minot.
Hey, welcome back to the Lions Den here at Bishop Ryan High School. Again, Jaden Marshall, our Sport Clip MVP of the game here as our Redeemers gets the win 67-44. Again, we say a big thank you to our friends at Sport Clips for that sponsorship, and to Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads, for sponsoring our post-game report here on PSP Network. Let's take a look at some of the numbers in this one. Scoring individually For our Redeemers, led in scoring by Wyatt Weekly. He had 22 on the night, including 4 made threes. 16 for Jaden Marshall, our Sport Clip MVP off the bench. Did not score in the first, had 4 in the second. A strong third quarter with 6 points and 6 more hard-fought points here in the final period for his total of 16. Also in double figures, Nolan Schmidt, all 10 of his points coming in the second half. 9 for Jake Altringer, 7 scored by Peyton Lindbow, and 3 points for Colin Swenson for their total of 67. Bishop Ryan led in scoring tonight by Isaac Strandlin with 16. Hayden Say was in double figures with 15. 4 points for Jack Pesa, 4 also for Peyton Say, 3 for Griffin Lerwangler, and 2 for Cohen Snyder. It was the Lions scoring the first 5 points of the game. That was their largest lead at 5-0. Knights would come back, tie it up at 5. What would be our only tie of the night. They would go on to lead 16-7 over the Lions at the end of the first period. Second period, Bishop Ryan outscoring our Redeemers 11-9. So our halftime score was 25-18 in favor of the Knights. Third period, that's where the separation started to happen. 21-12. Our Redeemers wins that quarter and led 46-30 at the end of 3. They put up another 21 here in the fourth and hold the Lions to just 14. And again, it winds up a 67-44 win for our Redeemers, who led by as many as 25 late in the fourth period here. We had the 1 tie, the 1 lead change. Team-wise, 11 fouls on our Redeemers with nobody fouling out. Bishop Ryan 14 fouls with nobody fouling out. The Knights wind up 10 of 11 from the Serb-Pro free throw line, 91%. 6 of 13 was Bishop Ryan for 46%. Some more of the team stats. Corey McIver has a look at those.
Yeah, take a look at Bishop Ryan Lions shooting. They're 16 of 44 from the field for the game for 36%, 10 of 25 from 2.40%, 6 of 19 from the three-point stripe for 32%. Rebound-wise, 8 offensive, 10 defensive rebounds, 18 rebounds total with 11 turnovers. Our Redeemers, the shooting got a little better in the second half, especially in that third quarter. They were 25 of 49, 18 of 32 from 2-point for 56%, 7 of 17 from the three-point line. A lot of those two-pointers are underneath the basket, layups, offensive rebounds, putbacks that we talked about with the MVP for the game, Marshall. And the rebound-wise, 34 rebounds for the game, 10 offensive rebounds, 24 defensive rebounds, 11 turnovers there. We talked about at halftime the scoring. Both teams' scoring averages were down. Not indicative of what they normally do, and our Redeemers kind of came out in that second half and put together a really solid third quarter to kind of extend that lead and kind of deliver the knockout punch early there on Bishop Ryan. Early in that third quarter, kind of left no doubt there. So overall, a really good team win there for our Redeemers. It just kind of shows it doesn't matter who it is. It's Weekly, it's Schmidt. There are the two that everybody knows. But then tonight Marshall stepped up and kind of coming off the bench and really kind of pole vaulted the Knights to a victory today. And so, but now as far as Bishop Ryan goes, you just go back and regroup and be ready to go when they meet up with I believe South Prairie on Tuesday evening.
Yeah, so with the win, the Knights improved to 5-1 on the season. Now 1-0 in district play, while Lions suffer their first loss of the year. They'll now be 4-1 and 0-1 in District 6 play. As you look at the upcoming schedule here for Bishop Ryan, it is a game. They'll be hosting South Prairie Max. That game coming up on Tuesday, January 6th. And then they're off until the 12th as they continue district play against Drake Animus. Our Redeemers, on the other hand, Monday is when they will host South Prairie Max. So Royals taking note of this game. These are their next two opponents, as we'll have that Monday, then January 9th at West Oak Newburgh the Knights will continue District 6 play for them. I can tell you this, South Prairie Max coaching staff, one thing, again, with our Redeemers, watch the baseline cut by Jake Altringer.
Yeah.
Man, he did a lot of that. 6 points he scored in this fourth quarter just on those baseline backdoor cuts and stuff. And, yeah, they do a lot of that. So, tough task for teams against the Knights. They're really good. I'll say that. So are Bishop Ryan, and both of them are going to make some noise again here in the district, in the region, and probably in state again this year.
It's probably no surprise to anybody. This probably isn't going to be the last time that these two teams meet up with one another this season. So they're in store for a few more barn burners here when they meet up again.
One more thing to do before we sign off. That is our Magic City Home Leisure move of the game. Time to bring a spa into your home. You can stop in at Magic City Home Leisure on South Broadway. You can choose from a tremendous inventory that they have, and their sales team is next level. Find the perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room at Magic City Home Leisure on South Broadway in Minot. Corey, what would you say would be the move of the game for this one?
I take a look at that start of that third quarter for our Redeemers. When you go into halftime as coaches, you go in and you preach. You have teams. Teams are struggling to score, keep up the scoring pace with you. You've extended the lead a little bit. Now's the time to go out and deliver that knockout punch if you can do it. And I think our Redeemers, that first 4 minutes was real crucial as far as how do you set the tone for the second half. Our Redeemers came out, played really good defense. They were attacking the basket. They were moving around. They were active on the boards. They really set the tone in those first 4 minutes of that third quarter that kind of pole vaulted them to a victory. So I say that move of the game is really that first 3-4 minutes for our Redeemers in that third quarter.
Again, the move of the game brought to you by our friends at Magic City Home Leisure. Next week, another full week as we're into the month of January and out and about, bringing games your way here on PSP Network. As I take a look at my schedule, covering the smaller schools course, Division A and B here in the Minot and surrounding area. Next week will involve a girls basketball game coming up Tuesday night. It'll be Mulhall Lansford Sherwood playing at Surrey. Thursday night, I'll be held to Nedrose, where Corey and the South Prairie Max girls will be playing against the Cardinals. So we'll have you on the air Thursday night in that one at Nedrose. And then boys basketball Friday night, as a couple of the other top teams here in the district will meet. That game will feature the MLS Mavericks taking on the Velva Aggies, and that contest coming up on Friday night. That'll be in Mulhall that one takes place, and that'll be my 3 games that I have for you. Full slate of course, WD action that we'll have for you as well, so make sure you're liking us and subscribing on all of our social media and YouTube so you can keep up to date on all the latest as we promote these area athletes. Huge thank you to our sponsors again. Can't do it without them. Give them first opportunity for your business. That's the best way you can thank them. And a big thank you, of course, to Cole Edwards, the athletic director here, for his hospitality. To our coaches for getting us information and being accessible. Corey McIver, thanks for your analysis tonight. And Chad Olson, tremendous job on camera as well. I'm Jonas Nelson. Thank you for joining us tonight. Have a great weekend. The Knights win this contest by a final of 67-44.
Presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready?
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Bucanyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors, your plan, your future, your team.